What if your freedom was never truly yours? What if every choice you made, silence, love, or escape, was paid with the blood of others? In Nazi-occupied France, this was not philosophy. It was reality. Someone wants to live their own life, their own joys, their own paths. But under Nazi-occupied France, nothing is yours alone. Every choice, silence, resistance, escape, shapes someone else's fate. Because even your neutrality has consequences. To deepen another's suffering, or to share the burden of resistance. Beauvoir's question arises here. Is freedom truly personal, or is it a duty written in the blood of others? Jean Blomart is, at first, an intellectual. A man hiding in his writings, satisfied with his ideas. He doesn't want to face the reality of war. My life belongs to me, he says. Politics, in his eyes, is a dirty game. Resistance, a bloody labyrinth. And he tries to keep himself outside of it. But in occupied Paris, that is impossible. The Nazis march, and silence alone invites them to your door. People around him disappear. Into prisons, into the underground, into death. And his silence turns heavier each day. A form of complicity he can no longer deny. Beauvoir shows a harsh truth. There is no such thing as neutrality. Sometimes silence itself is standing with the oppressor. Jean's lover Hélène does not think like him. At first she wants to choose life. To put distance between herself and war. To simply love and be loved. But love also demands responsibility. And one day she tells Jean, "If you refuse to take responsibility, how can I go on loving you?" Her words break him open. Because Hélène is questioning not only the man she loves, but also the moral weight of his inaction. For her, love cannot be separated from courage. Her defiance shatters Jean's silence. Now resistance is no longer only a political choice, but also the only way to keep her love. Jean finally joins the resistance. But it is not the noble march he once imagined. Every decision drags blood behind it. When he prints a manifesto, others are arrested and tortured. When he orders sabotage, civilians die. Every necessary move darkens another life. Now Jean fights not only the enemy, but also his own conscience. Every night he hears Hélène's words. Can freedom exist without carrying the fate of others? And ironically, Hélène is drawn in too. At first she only wanted to push Jean to act. But soon she takes on missions herself. Carrying messages, taking risks. Proving her courage in ways Jean never expected. Her strength both inspires him and deepens his torment. Because in one mission Hélène is gravely wounded. Jean had stepped into responsibility for love of her. But now, because of that same responsibility, he is losing her. Jean waits at her side through the night. The woman he loves breathes more faintly with each hour, while he is crushed by the weight of his choices. Did he free her? Or did he condemn her to carry the price of his indecision? At dawn he must face the truth. Morning will come without her. And with that light Jean must decide. Will he send others into the same fate that claimed her? This is the tragedy Beauvoir exposes. Neither Jean nor Hélène nor any of us can live freedom in isolation. Every choice touches another life. Every freedom is written in someone else's blood. And in that moment we understand. Freedom always carries the weight of responsibility.